about how we've started doing open water swimming for the last couple of years. It's kind of physical well-being, obviously mental well-being, but also just something we really, really love, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about and sort of really encourage you to think about maybe now or when you're a little bit older in uni or career. Just try and always have something you do that you love as well as your main focus, your degree or your training or your job. I'm going to talk a little bit about how it got started. Ms. Quarrell, you're going to talk about?
I'm going to talk about some benefits.
I'm going to talk about how to overcome different challenges.
Okay. All right, so we started, I think, January of 2017, if I can get the date right. And just from myself sort of personally, I'd always tried to keep fit, and when I was a lot younger I did a little bit competitive swimming training, but I'd kind of given it up because I just found too much to manage with my schoolwork. But I'd always swam sort of for another 10 years after that. But it wasn't my passion, like going to your kind of public swimming pool every week and then the gym once a week and a Pilates class once a week. I did it because I felt it was good for me, and it was and it is, but it wasn't something I absolutely loved, and it was very isolating. You're sort of doing that by yourself, sometimes making a friend and doing, but it wasn't something that I really looked forward to. It was Ms. Buckle who came to the office back in January 2007, and you guys were signed up for Lake District open water swimming, and I'd done a bit of that when I was younger, but I certainly haven't done it to the extent that we do it now. So that's sort of swimming in reservoirs or swimming in the sea. You can sign up to do these sort of big events, or you can just go and train in your local reservoir, whenever you want. So yeah, we signed up to that big event, and Miss was talking about a bit more on the kind of challenges there. We were all at sort of different levels, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we spent that winter training towards that one event, and then we sort of started in the spring doing kind of reservoir practice. And we've done it pretty consistently for the last 3 years, and it has been one of the best things I've ever done. Not only do I love it, it's just that the passion I have for that compared to just going swimming to keep fit. It's got adventure, you're outside, it's just so healthy and such a great thing to do, and importantly I'm doing it with friends. And you guys will say more, but we've travelled all different places and done it, and that is the main message we want to get across. Do stuff that's good for your well-being, for sure, the things we know, eating healthily and that, but in that mix, try and find something, and that thing might change. It might be something you've never done before. For me, it was something I had done as a teenager, the swimming, and I had done a lot of beach training and lifeguarding as a teenager, and I loved that then. And when I had this opportunity to do open water swimming, it was sort of reminding myself of that, but it was a new thing. Or it might be something when you're in your 20s that you just discovered for the first time and really love. And whatever that is, I really just encourage you to do it more, because it is great for your well-being.
So, I'm going to jump in quickly and talk about challenges. Okay, so before Ms. Quarrell talks about all the really super fun stuff we did. So, as Ms. Williams said, she'd done it before. Now, I could swim. I learned to swim when I was little, but I couldn't actually do front crawl sufficiently, or I couldn't do breaststroke sufficiently. I could probably do one length with my head above water, and that was it. So when I got persuaded, and then persuaded in turn Ms. Quarrell to sign up for the Great North Swim, 1 mile, to swim 1 mile. Now that doesn't actually sound very far, because let's say you could run a mile, or the world record in under 4 minutes, but but to swim a mile could take you up to an hour, so it's actually a huge challenge to be swimming for that long. So I kind of signed up for it on New Year's Day, New Year, new me, signed up for it, and then kind of woke up on the 2nd of January thinking, oh no, I've got to swim a mile in a lake in the Lake District in like 6 months. What on earth am I going to do? Luckily, one of our former PE department members, Mrs. Bryden, as I'm sure some of you may know, used to be an international swimmer. So I sought the help of Mrs. Bryden for this massive challenge, what seemed like a mammoth challenge to me. And I couldn't back out because I'd already told everybody when it was New Year, New Me that I was doing this wonderful challenge. And it just started by literally breaking it down. Mrs. Bryden was like, well, okay, show me what you can do then. And then proceeded to realise that she had to start from the beginning. And we literally just focused on breathing techniques within the water to start with. And then it was like, okay, well, can you put your head in for 1? Can you put your head in for 2? Can you do, and that was completion. I was like, yes, done it. I'm really proud of myself. She's like, okay, well, you've only got halfway down the pool. So then it was, can you do 1 length breathing efficiently. Okay, fantastic, now you've got to do 2. And it was just slowly building it up. So what started as this massive challenge to swim a mile that I didn't really feel like I could achieve, by gradually kind of putting it together, I was then kind of naturally started swimming like half a mile, 32 lengths of a 25-metre pool, okay, every week or so. But the kind of mile still daunted me, if you like. I kind of tried to stay away from that as much as possible, and just kind of to put it into an example for you guys, I guess it's kind of your exams at the end when you've got some, big load of revision. You kind of want to stay away from that because you're a little bit nervous about it. You know you've done the groundwork, but you're still nervous about the big event to come. And actually, when we went there on the day in the torrential rain, absolutely torrential rain, wasn't it? And got ready to get in and swim, I found it, a lot easier than I thought. I was a lot more comfortable being in the water than I thought, and a lot more confident than I thought. And we swam with a couple of other friends as well. And we sort of all finished around the same time. And, my first time, 45 minutes, not bad. Since got it down to sub 40. But, so it was just by gradually building up that, what seemed like a massive challenge to me, was something that I was able to achieve. Felt immensely proud of myself, and now I've gone on over and over again to complete more and more challenges. Did try and kind of challenge myself slightly too much once by doing a sea swim that was 2 miles long, and almost wanted to get out halfway round, okay, and it really horrendous. I was swimming for an hour and a half, got out, and I've never been so happy to be on dry land, and I'm never going to enter myself for that race again. But I got through that challenge, and I did manage to overcome it. And I just love, being in the water and seeing all the different things that we see, going to the different places that we go to. I'm going to hand over to Miss Quarrell, who's going to really talk about the exciting stuff.
Hello. Most of the stuff has been mentioned, but I'm going to show you some cool pictures. So I'm going to start here actually, because I think just by looking at the bottom picture, I think you can just see clearly the benefits of open water swimming. You actually can't see the weather, which is a good thing, because it won't look as nice as that on the day. But the benefits are that you get to go to these amazing places. There's some places that I probably wouldn't have chosen to go to had I not signed up to do a swimming event. So it's just fantastic. You get to see lots of different places. One of the places we actually went to, we haven't just kept it to the UK, we've actually gone over to France. Hopefully we will go further afield. And we actually swam in a moat. It's not on there, okay, so don't look. But we actually swam in a moat, which sounds amazing. It was difficult, so going back to the challenges, it was a real difficult one. And actually I got out after 1 lap, and I was meant to do 2. So we've all had to overcome challenges. But the fact that we got to swim in a moat was just amazing. It was very weedy, that's why I had to get out. I had to get rescued actually by a canoe, sort of put my hand up, stuck in the weeds. So that's why I got out after 1 lap. But just the fact that you get to swim in all these amazing places is just one of the real benefits. And the fact that also my social life sort of revolves around swimming events and other events that I sign up for. And with that, you get to see and meet people. You just get to meet loads of really nice people that have the same interests as you, and just make really good friends around what you're doing. I certainly have, which is really nice. And you sort of start to think, okay, so you plan your holiday, and you start to think, oh, is there a lake there, or is there a pool, an outdoor pool that I can go to? Even when I was buying a new house, I thought, okay, where is the nearest lake? Is there a pool nearby? And that was one of the main reasons for where I bought my house. So it definitely had those kind of benefits. Obviously, it has the obvious benefits as well of being physical activity, so you get those benefits. You get social benefits, like I just said, you get to go to amazing places. And also, there are medicinal benefits of swimming in cold water. How many of you have been to Hampstead Heath Ponds? I can't see very well because of the light there. Okay, so they're on our doorstep. The Hampstead Heath Ponds are on our doorstep, as well as the Lido, Gospel Oak Lido. Has anyone been there? Okay, so these great facilities. So you've got the ponds and you've got Open Lido and Gospel Oak. That's my favourite Lido. And it's on Hampstead Heath. You've got beautiful surroundings, you've got the park, and it's just an amazing place to go. So if you haven't been there, I would recommend just going. You get people that swim in the ponds in the depth of winter. That's because it actually has benefits, so it actually relieves your stress, and just by getting into water, I don't know about you, but when I see water, it relaxes me. So if you can imagine obviously swimming in it, it makes you really relaxed. You actually have to think about your stroke and your breathing. So if anything else sort of pops into your head, if you've had a stressful day, actually I acknowledge that, but then I sort of push it away and think about my stroke again, think about my breathing. So it's really good for relieving that stress and tension as well. Thank you very much for listening.